everyone, we created a shoulder maintenance program for you all to do at home. This shoulder program includes a warm-up, a set of banded exercises, as well as the set of body weight to low weight exercises. Feel free to do one or the other, or to pick a couple from each to create your own. We'll end with a cool down that includes foam rolling techniques for the upper body. Let's get started. Everyone, we're gonna start with a warm-up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our arms straight, and we're gonna do circles. We're gonna do 10 circles, small circles going forward. Once you hit 10 circles going forward, you're gonna go 10 circles going backwards. Good, keep those circles small and tight. And then you're gonna wanna open up to bigger circles once you hit those. So 10 big circles going forward. Good, remember drop those shoulders. You don't want those shoulders up in your ears. Good, and then 10 backwards. Good, and then once you finish those, we're gonna go into hugs. For the hugs, I want you to keep these shoulders dropped. Don't let them come close up into your ears. And then you're gonna come across, hug your chest. Good. Pull those shoulder blades apart. And then when you come out, I really want you to focus on pinching those shoulder blades together. So if you come and see in the back, good, keep going, Jimmy. Good. See how Jimmy's pinching these shoulder blades here? Those are nice and together, and then when he comes forward to hug, he's pulling those shoulder blades apart. Okay. You're gonna do 2 sets of 10 for those. Okay, next for the warm-up, what we're gonna do is what we call wall slides. What I want you to focus on the wall slides is going slow. Slower is better here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your arms up into this position. Good. So what I want you to do is try to bring those shoulders flush with the wall that you're on. So you just need a wall, and what you're gonna do is bring your arms up over your head. Good, and then you're gonna bring them down. So if you can kind of see with Jimmy, he has a little bit of a hard time keeping those elbows and the shoulders flushed with the wall. So go ahead and go up again. And that's okay, some of you might have that problem, but what I want you to do is just to really try as hard as you can to keep that as close to the wall as possible. Yep, you're gonna do 2 sets of 5. Up and down is 1 set. So now we're gonna move into some stretches. What we're gonna do for these 2 stretches is internal and external passive rotation. So all you'll need is, I have this dowel, but you could use a broom, you could use an umbrella, a foam roller, anything like that will work. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna do passive internal rotation first. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a stick and you're gonna go behind your back. So you're gonna grab the stick behind your back. It's important that your thumbs are facing each other, yes? And so if we're gonna do the right side first, your hand moves to the end of the stick, and you're gonna do is the best is to keep these arms straight, and you're gonna passively bring that arm out. So you kind of see how Jimmy can't really keep this elbow straight, or the stick comes up a little bit. I want that stick up to stay as level as it can, and you should feel that stretch. Good, you're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. We're gonna do 2 sets of 30 seconds. Once that 30 seconds is over, you're gonna go to the left side. Good, so swing your hand in, left hand out to the end, and good. Better, drop this a little bit. There you go. Once again, 2 sets of 30 seconds. You can alternate on that, or you can do both sides at the same time. Okay, and then after external rotation, you're gonna bring it to the front for internal rotation. For this one, when we come to the left, or the right hand will be on the end of the stick. Good, right hand there. And you're gonna important to keep your elbow tucked in at all times. So I don't wanna see elbow out here, elbow tucked in, and then you're gonna push out into that hand. Good. You're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. See, Jimmy has a little bit of a gap here. There you go. Good, 30 seconds, and then switch to the other side. Remember, keep that elbow tucked in. Good. Very good. And then relax. So like I said, you'll do 2 sets of 30 seconds for that one. It's important that you're not feeling any pain. A stretch is good, but a painful stretch is not. None of these exercises you should be feeling any pain in. For the last stretch we're gonna do is, it's called a sleeper stretch. So you're gonna lay in a position. If we're doing the, what hand is this, Jerry? Right. If we're doing the right hand, you wanna lay on your right side. And you're gonna make sure that you have a pillow to support your head and your neck. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go into this 90-degree angle. Jimmy's gonna take his left hand and grab his wrist, and he's going to bring that down into internal rotation, up until right about he feels like a good stretch. Good. He's gonna hold that for 30 seconds. And then once he's done with that 30 seconds, he's gonna relax. And I just want you to bring this back, yeah, just to get a little bit of stretch into there. Good. And then you're gonna go again, back into that internal rotation. Good. Hold for 30 seconds. You'll do 2 sets of 30 seconds as well on this one. Good. Okay, so now that we've done our warm up and our stretches, we're gonna move into exercises. What I've done for you guys is I've given you 5 exercises that include a band. If you don't have a band at home, I have 5 exercises that include either body weight or a low dumbbell weight. So first, to start with the band exercises, you'll wanna take your band and we have it here to this railing, but you can connect it to a doorknob, anything like that kind of works. So what you're gonna do is first we're gonna do a standing row. So as Jimmy has here, obviously the closer you stand to the doorknob or the wall, the easier it's gonna be. The farther you stand back, the more resistance, the harder it's gonna be. So I want you to find a resistance that feels good for you. Remember, doing these exercises, you should not have any pain at all. So what we're gonna do is, for the standing row, so we're gonna get into this position, we're facing the wall. Elbow is gonna be tucked in at our side. And what Jimmy's gonna do is he's just gonna bring this elbow straight back. Good, see how he's keeping it uniform here, and then he releases forward. Good. So I don't actually want you to go that full extension out, just come back to this returning position. So don't do that. That's exactly what I don't want you to do. You're gonna start here, you're gonna bring your elbow back, and you're gonna return to that position. There you go. Good. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with 3 sets of 8 reps. So he's gonna do 8. Good. And then he's gonna take a break. You can let go, give your arm a little shake out, all that kind of good stuff. Good. And then for your next one, you're gonna go starting position, elbow tucked in at the side. Good. Keep that elbow tucked in the whole time, and you're gonna do another 8. Good. Perfect, Jimmy. Okay. So remember, we're gonna do 3 sets of 8 on that one. Going into the next exercise is external rotation in a 90-degree angle. You're gonna come up here. It's important to keep your shoulder and your elbow in line with each other. So don't let your elbow drop when you're doing this. Keep that up. Remember though, don't tuck this shoulder up into your ear. Try to relax that. There you go. Good. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come up into a 90-degree angle, coming upwards. See how Jimmy's dropping a little bit? Try to keep that up there and go forward. Good. Keeping that elbow and that shoulder in line with each other the whole time. Good. I'm gonna let go, Jim. Keep that up. Good. If you're finding that this is too hard, go ahead and take a step forward. That'll kind of that'll lower your resistance a little bit. Good. If standing too close, you're too easy, go ahead and take a step back. Good. Once again, you're gonna do 3 sets of 8 on this as well. After you finish those, we're gonna go into internal and external rotation. We're gonna start with the band in Jimmy's right hand. And this one, when you're facing, I don't know, what is that, perpendicular to the wall? You're gonna bring your shoulder tucked in to here. You're gonna have your shoulder tucked in, and you're gonna bring it out for that external rotation. Good, and bring it in. Kind of drop that wrist a little, Jimmy. There you go. Out, there you go. Once again, important, keep that elbow tucked in at the side at all times. This, bringing your elbow out and go out, is not what you want, right? Keep that in. Good. And then you're gonna rotate out. We're gonna do 3 sets of 8 as well. Once you complete those 3 sets of 8, you're gonna keep the band in your right hand, but you're gonna do a 360 or a 180. 180. And then you're gonna keep that band in the same hand. This time we're doing internal rotation. So you're gonna come with the band in and you're gonna come across into your body. Good. Once again, if it's not enough resistance, go ahead and take a step forward or to the side. Good. If it's too much resistance, go ahead and take a step towards the wall. You're gonna do 3 sets of 8 there. Remember, keeping that elbow tucked in at the side. Good, and a nice 90-degree angle into this elbow. Good. Okay, so for our last banded exercise, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a band and you're gonna put it below the elbow, closer to the wrists. And you need a flat surface, so a wall will work, a closed door will work. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna approach the door and you're gonna remember to keep your elbows at shoulder width. Good, so Jimmy's got his elbows shoulder width, and it's important here that I don't want your elbows or your hands close together. I wanna keep those hands parallel with your elbows. Good, right in line with your elbows, right in here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take, you're gonna basically climb this wall, leaving your forearms and your hands and your elbows all in contact with the wall. Good. You're gonna go up for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then back down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. See how Jimmy's hands are kind of coming in here a little bit? Yep, it's important to focus on keeping those hands all stacked within a line with each other. Good, back down. So up and down is one set. I want you guys to do 5 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should feel the burn on this one. So remember, up and down for 4 is one set of 5 that you're gonna do. Okay, so for this set of exercises, this is where we're gonna use body weight or really low weight. You guys can use anything from like a can of soup, a frozen water bottle, your hydro flasks, anything like that, but I really want low weight. The max amount of weight that I want you guys doing is 5 pounds, but that's after some time once you build up to that. So you can start body weight and then slowly work your way up in weight. First, what we're gonna start is an exercise with the no use of weights at all. What I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna lay on your stomach. So it's better to do these exercises on anything that has an edge. So like a couch, your bed, a table, if you have one like this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start on your stomach, forehead into the ground. So if you need a pillow or anything to make it a little bit more comfortable for your forehead, you can do that. What you're gonna do is your hands are gonna be down at your sides. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pinch these shoulder blades together. Good. You're gonna pinch and you're gonna hold for 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna relax. Try to let those shoulders fall back in. Good. And pinch. It's important here too to not make sure that those shoulders are up in your ears. Relax those shoulders. Good. And pinch. We're gonna do 3 sets of 8 to start with these ones. So you're gonna do 8 pinching, give yourself a break, and then start into your second set of 8. Good, nice, and relax. One more, Jimmy. Good, and relax. So for the next one, it's gonna do some scapular setting. So you're gonna come towards the edge of your area. You're gonna bring a weight into your hand. Like I said, low weight is better. Body weight is totally fine to start with as well. What you're gonna do is, same thing, you're gonna pinch this shoulder. Good, and you're gonna bring it down. So make sure that this shoulder doesn't come up into your ear. Good, you wanna bring that shoulder down and pinch up. Good, keep this elbow straight. You come in, good, and relax. Try to keep your chest as flat as possible. Good, and elbow or shoulder flat as possible on the opposite side. Good, we're gonna do 3 sets of 8 on this exercise as well. There, perfect. 2 more. 2, good. You're gonna relax. The next exercise we're gonna go into, you're gonna be in the same position, off to the side. No, just like you were. Yep, scoot over towards the edge a little bit more, Jamie. There you go. You're gonna take a weight into this one. And you're gonna do abduction. So elbow is straight, and then you're just gonna bring your arm up. Good, level with your back, don't overextend, and back down. Good, making sure that those shoulders are away from the ear, and up. Good, 3 sets of 8 as well on these ones. Remember guys, it's important that you don't have any pain doing these exercises. They should all be pain-free. So if you're having pain with a little bit of weight, go to body weight. Good, one more, Jimmy. Good, and relax. And remember, we're doing both sides of the body. We're not just doing the right arm. So once you finish one set, go ahead and go to the other arm. So if Jimmy started with his left, then he'd do his right, come back to his left again. The last 2 exercises are more internal and external rotation. So we're gonna lay on our side. If we're doing internal rotation, this side that is down, the arm that is down against the table, is what we'll use for internal rotation. So you can use a pillow for head. Make sure that this chest is facing forward, right? And elbow is tucked into the side, and you're gonna come into that nice 90-degree angle for internal rotation, up into your chest. Good. 3 sets of 8 on this one as well. So Jimmy started with his right hand, internal rotation. Good. 2 more. So then for external rotation in the right hand, what you're gonna do is flip sides. Good, so the weight is still in our right hand. And then we just did internal rotation for the right hand. Now we're gonna do external rotation for the right hand. So we're gonna come up, remember tuck that elbow in at the side. Good, and come down. Jimmy's lacking a little bit of external rotation in here, so you can see that it's a little bit of a struggle for him to keep that elbow tucked in at the side. Good. Like I said, all pain-free range of motion up until you feel like you can't go anymore, and then back down. Good, 3 sets of 8 for that as well. So like I mentioned before earlier, that this is a maintenance program, something that you guys should be doing over the next couple of weeks. So if 3 sets of 8 at a low weight starts to feel easy, go ahead and use that same weight, but go 3 sets of 15. Once you feel like with that same weight, 3 sets of 15 is starting to get easy, then you can go up in weight, but go back down into your reps. So let's say Jimmy started with 1 pound, did 3 sets of 8, was really easy. So then he went 1 pound again to 3 sets of 15. 3 sets of 15 at 1 pound is too easy now. So Jimmy's gonna go to 2 pounds, back down to 3 sets of 8 and work your way up that way. It's important that you don't go too heavy in your weight too fast. Otherwise you're gonna create some shoulder injuries that we do not want to happen. Okay, so now that we've gone through all of the exercises, it's super important that we do our cool down. So for our cool down, we can just do some of the stretches that we did earlier in our warm up. So Jimmy's gonna show you the passive internal and external rotation stretches, just as a reminder. Good, remember keeping that elbow tucked in. Good, no pain, just a nice stretch. Switching sides. It's important to do these 2 sets of 30 seconds as well when you're doing your cool down. Good, for external, remember, go ahead and turn, Jimmy. All the way, there you go. Thumbs facing each other, yep, if we're doing the right hand at the end of the stick. Good, and pushing. Keeping those elbows nice and straight, keeping that stick level. Good, and switch. 2 sets of 30 seconds. A nice cool down stretch. Good. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this towel stretch. Just any kind of towel will work. You're gonna go 1 over, 1 under. Good. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull down with this hand and get this nice stretch in the back of the shoulder here. Good. You can also do this as part of your warm up, but I like to do this as a nice cool down stretch, a deep stretch. And then you're gonna pull up with this hand. Good, feel a stretch in this arm. 30 seconds for each one, and I like to do 2 sets of those as well. Go ahead and switch again, good. Get that nice stretch in there. Perfect, and those will be good for your cool down stretches. Now we'll move into foam rolling. So for the foam rolling part of our cool down, we're gonna start with our lats. With this, Jimmy's got a foam roller, but if you don't have a foam roller, you could use your hydro flask or a tennis ball. I think either of those will work as well. So for your lats, you can see that Jimmy's in this side laying position. His arm is up over the foam roller with his armpit the foam roller nestled in his armpit a little bit. What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll out. So you're gonna kind of bring your body weight up a little bit, good. And you're gonna roll that lat all the way up into the shoulder and down almost to like the end of your ribs. Good. Foam rolling, I like to go at least like 15 to 20 seconds and a couple of sets on each of those. Good. And then you'll flip and do the other side. But I don't know if you have to talk in it. Just try and cut this out. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
You don't have to do it, Jimmy, it's fine. Next, we're gonna do this deltoid muscle, which is this nice muscle that sits right into here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna lay on your foam roller and almost just kind of tuck that arm straight into your side there and get that nice shoulder muscle. Good. Once again, 2 sets, 15 to 20 seconds. Good. So for the upper back and scap area for foam rolling, you can start off with the foam roller here. You're gonna come into this position. Arms are gonna be across your body and you're gonna foam roll basically from the top of the shoulders into that mid back. I really don't want you guys to foam roll into the lower back, so you're really just working from this range, to that nice mid back. Good. 2 sets, 15 to 20 seconds. Another variation that you can do is, go ahead and sit, Jimmy. Instead of the foam roller, you can use a tennis ball. If you feel like you have some really tight spots in the back, especially up in this upper back near the scap, you can take this tennis ball. You're gonna lay back into the tennis ball. You're gonna kind of find a spot that's right off of that scap. Okay, that feels a little bit tighter than normal. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your arm out. Your palm is gonna face towards the ceiling, and you're just gonna bring your arm into that nice arcing motion. So towards your ear, and then this way, down all the way to your hip. Good. And you're gonna wait till you kind of find like a super sticky spot, somewhere that doesn't feel all that great. You're just gonna hold that for 5 seconds at that spot, and then you're gonna go back into that arcing motion. So go ahead and find a new spot, Jimmy. Good. Do your arc. Good. Anywhere that feels super sticky, go ahead and pause. Apparently Jimmy doesn't have any sticky spots. Okay, so for the last foam rolling part that we're gonna do, we're gonna work on this pec major muscle. So what you're gonna do is, like before with the exercises, you want a bench or an area that you can kind of hang your arm off of. So a bed, a table, a couch. You're gonna take that tennis ball and you're gonna place it right on that pec muscle. So you're leaning into that, you're gonna let that shoulder relax, put all that weight into that tennis ball. And what Jimmy's gonna do here, since we're a little short on space, he's just gonna be bent elbow, but if you're long enough where you can keep a straight elbow, that's great too. So you're gonna come back, and you're gonna do that arcing motion as well. Forward, good. Any sticky spots, you can kind of hold that for 5 seconds. Good, you can adjust, good. And then what you can also do is come out from the table, good. Abduction and adduction, good. Up and under the table, hold for any sticky spots. I would do this for about 30 seconds, 2 sets on each side.